Welcome to Lydia's Plate. I'm a stay-at-home mom who is homesteading together with my husband and 4 kids. We do gardening, house cleaning, all the homesteading stuff, baking bread, experimenting with gluten-free foods for one of our kids, animals, and the like. So if you like that kind of stuff, stay tuned and welcome to our channel. Hey there everyone, it's Lydia here from Lydia's Plate, and I am getting ready to start my seeds. It is about the beginning of March, somewhere around the 5th I think, and it is just high time. I feel like I'm already late getting this going, but whatever, better late than never, so here we go. So Cassandra has helped me out a bit, and she has taken some milk jugs, washed them out, and cut the bottoms off. I'm just going to quickly use those as trays to start my onion seeds in. I don't have any open trays, if that makes sense. Like, I have a lot of those ones that are divided into 9 or 6 little cubes or whatever you call those little starter packages. I don't know. Anyways, so I'm just using these bottoms of milk jugs to get this project done. I have 3 different kinds of onions here. I have the Sweet Spanish, the Red Zeppelin, and the Prince. I've never tried the Prince before, but the Sweet Spanish and the Red Zeppelin I've been fairly happy with. It's hard to know from year to year if it's planter error or seed error, because every year is a different weather pattern or temperature pattern. Just every year is different, and so I'm never sure, is it something I did wrong? Anyways, whatever, that's beside the point. So I just keep trying these because I am mostly happy with them, and yeah, we're just gonna get this done. So I've got the first 2 packages in now already, and this Red Zeppelin, I had 2 packages of it because I remembered that there were not very many seeds in each package, so I'm putting 2 packages in here and it all fit. And then these Prince ones, I'm just gonna pull the dirt back a little bit and then sprinkle some seeds down, push the dirt back over, and then do that on the other half as well. I could have just not filled these containers up all the way and then put a little more dirt over, probably would have been smarter, but I was feeling a little rushed and I felt late getting this done already, so that's just the way it ended up. So now I've decided to label these with some green tape. It's just masking tape, painter's tape, whatever you want to call it. And that way I will have a better idea of which onions these are. I'm going to put them here into this large tray to make them easier for transport, and I'll water them a little bit, and then I'm going to move them over close to the fireplace so that they have a warm spot to germinate. So these are our sweet potato slips. So it's pretty simple, just stick a sweet potato halfway into some water. We understood that you had to use distilled water the first time, so we did, but it's working just fine with regular tap water. There I was just showing you that those previous ones had some roots growing on them already. So anyways, I'm just gonna keep picking through here and trying to very carefully detach slips off the main plant and get them into the water so that they can sprout their own set of roots. These things have been doing so well since they've gotten to the size where they're actually ready to come off. We've put them way up on top of our homeschooling cupboard right beside the fireplace, and it must have been the right combination because they have just taken off. Just crazy how they're growing. I pulled a bunch of slips off a few days ago. Now I'm doing it again, and I did it again a few days after I made this video, so it's just crazy. There, a little tiny slip accidentally came off, so maybe it'll be a loss, I don't know, but I decided to put it in there anyways. And then with that last one I was just showing you, I do prefer for them to be at least 6 inches, so that one was, maybe just barely 6 inches there, but whatever. We'll put it in the water and it can start growing some roots. There we go. You can see where I'm putting them close to the fireplace, and now we're going to get on with the next tray. So here are these little trays of 9 or whatever that I was trying to explain to you before. These are the ones that I usually use. So there we go. I got that all in there, and my dirt was actually a little cool, so I'm just going to leave that on the edge of the island there so that that dirt can warm up. And I ran out. I did not have enough. So here we go. I am back. I have bought more dirt, the dirt that I had from in the garage that has warmed up nicely in the house, and this other bag came from Walmart, so it was already nice and warm. And I'm just going to finish filling up these other trays that didn't get full. Now as I go along and work here, I'm also finding some clumps of dirt, so I'm just breaking those up with my fingers, and I'm also finding some little pieces of twigs, and I'm pulling that out and putting it into my compost pail. Now we're to the more time-consuming part where I dump a few seeds into my hand and try to grab just 1 or 2 to put into each section of the tray. Some of these trays I'm going to plant all the way full. So for example, the California Wonder peppers that I had, the package had just enough in there to fill a tray with, I think, 2 seeds per 1 of 9, if that makes sense. And then I also have some sweet heat peppers. Those ones are new. This is our first year trying those, so we'll see how we like those. I was going to plant some hot Hungarian wax peppers, but my seed is on back order. And then as I finished up this project, I had all the trays full already, and then I found that we had saved some seeds from last year that I had just totally forgotten about, and for whatever reason hadn't seen when I was going through my seeds earlier when I was getting my order ready for the seed company. So not sure what was up with that. Maybe I was a little distracted. It was late in the evening when I was doing that. So I'm gonna have to get to those seeds another day with another tray. Cassandra loves helping with plants, so she was eagerly waiting to water as soon as I had a tray full. In this tray I'm doing 3 varieties of peppers. 2 of them are bell peppers, one is the sweet heat pepper, and then I'm also doing 4 varieties of tomatoes. So I've got the bush beefsteak, the Better Boy, Roma tomatoes, and a couple of Tiny Tims. Some of us like Tiny Tims, and I do find they're so nice for in a salad in summer. Instead of having a cut up tomato that's wet and making your lettuce limp, then I could like to put some little Tiny Tims in there, and then you still get a little bite of tomato, but it doesn't make your salad go soggy. But anyways, that's just me, but that's why I like to plant Tiny Tims. And some of us who do like to eat tomatoes just on their own love popping a little Tiny Tim into our mouths whenever we're hungry for a snack. So then also I'm going to try some Brussels sprouts. I love that sweet kale salad, and so I'm trying to figure out what I all need to plant to make that. I've also bought some kale seed, and I'm going to be starting just a couple of Brussels sprout plants here. I think I'm doing 3, or was it maybe 6? I don't even remember. But just a couple plants here that I'm going to start. And then we ended up not getting all the trays as full as I thought I would, because I didn't want to do an entire tray of the Tiny Tims, so that left some extra space. So we also did a few plants of watermelon and also a couple cucumbers. Now Cassandra's finding a few signs from previous years of when we've had these seeds, and for whatever she's not finding seeds, I'm just using some popsicle sticks and a permanent black marker and making my own little signs. We should have been doing this as we were planting, but we didn't, and so now we're trying to remember what we planted where. Not a big deal. As I look at this video, I'm sure I can easily figure it out, but I'm not too concerned about it either. Alrighty, that is all done. I've cleaned up the empty packages and I'm just going to slide this whole tray on top of the freezer. It's generally warmer up there. The fridge and freezer generate some heat, and so that'll be good for germinating those seeds. Now I'm going to clean up the island a little bit, and then I will show you how those onions are doing. Alright, so this is about a week later. These onions have all sprouted. They're doing well. They've germinated well. And then here the boys just wanted to experiment and try to see if they could sprout some apple seeds and possibly grow an apple tree. So it has worked. I think now is the time when they will need to go get a planter, fill it with some of that potting soil, and plant those little sprouts and see if they can get them to be seedlings. And then here to show you, those are the roots that are forming on all these sweet potato slips. We have a very full container already from the last time that you saw. I just keep collecting. And there they are. That is where they're getting that heat, right up there. And there's my little mini orchid. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again in the next one. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Hit that bell if you want to be notified every time we post a new video, and I'll see you in the next one.